Welcome to the third session on observations in early learning and childcare. This is the third video in a three-part series. In this video, we will be looking at observation types, consistency, and observation management. We will look at recording observations and monitoring of them. There are many types of observations as listed on this slide: short narrative, personal achievement, worked example, long observation. Each of these types of observations serve a purpose. If you have been engaging with the High Quality Foundations guidance on page 11, then you will see that they have a purpose for their own particular reason. What type of observation do you use within your setting? And what is the purpose of these types of observations? Are they used regularly? Please take time to reflect on this. The methods used to record any observation can be open to interpretation. You may use methods such as discussions with the children, questioning approaches, planned observations, spontaneous observations, professional dialogue, and parents' observations from home. If the main aim of an observation is to build up a picture of the child and use this information to support their learning and development, then what are the ways to capture a child's interest, skills, abilities, needs, likes, dislikes, desires, and shows their progression in learning? How many people shout a child over to question their numbers or colours? We should not be testing children. We should be observing children through their play experiences. Take some time to reflect on this. Consistency throughout your teams within your setting to create methods to obtain observations are key. It is best practice to observe all the children within your setting, not just down to individual key workers. Therefore, there are many questions you may want to ask to ensure that consistency is obtained. Have a read over the slide. To answer these questions, we suggest that you create an observation management system. So, what is an observation management system? This list has been lifted from the presentation that supports Building High Quality Guidance document on observations. We need you to create in your settings a system which will define what and how you wish your observations to be written and ensure that everyone's voice is heard to make it meaningful to your setting. It would be best practice to make it part of the supply induction. Whatever method you use, make sure everyone is aware of it. So is there anything missing, or is there something that you feel is missing? If you are unsure, speak to your colleagues and look into what you need. As a minimum, we would suggest that you create a rationale, why the system is in place, link to what guidance you have used, aims, what is the overall aim to achieve the writing of observations, what is the process, how will the observations be quality assured and monitored? You really need to decide as a team how these observations or snapshots can be tracked and/or put into a learning story. Over to you. What is the system in place already for quality assurance within your setting? How do you monitor? How do you moderate? Is there a robust system in place to ensure children are observed regularly? There is no right or wrong answer. This is not to catch you out. This is so that you can have time to reflect on what happens within your setting. The cycle shown within the Learning Story Guidance is fundamental to ensuring that meaningful observations are included within the learning story, not just any observation that has been made to make the learning story look full. Effective observation leads to effective assessment is a term used by Education Scotland and is woven throughout realising the ambition, curriculum for excellence and quality assurance practices. Good observations can lead to making a change in the learning environment, support and extend learning to deepen an interest, assists everyone to consider careful interactions to support and extend learning, and can lead to making a professional judgment about how a child has learned. This visual relies on good tracking taking place for all children within the setting. Everyone in the setting can write an observation, then possibly key workers track the learning through the system that is in place in your setting. Key workers will know where the child's learning is and what individual children are developing towards. Then they evidence the observation within the learning story. If the process of observations is such that the observations can be put straight into a learning story, then practitioners and key workers don't need to rewrite anything. Think about how you want your observations to look. What is essential information for this purpose? We wanted to leave you with a reflective mindset to ensure that you get your observations right within your setting, for your families and for your children. Here are some documents you may wish to engage with to have a deeper dive into observations. Realising the Ambition, Being Me, start on page 46. Frobel Trust pamphlet, Observing Young Children. The Early Learning and Childcare webpage on observation. Building High Quality Foundations Observations Guidance document. HMIE and Care Inspectorate Shared National Improvement Framework. There are observation monitoring sheets located within the Documents section within the East Lothian Early Learning and Childcare website. There is also training packages related to observations on Education Scotland's website and SSSC. You have come to the end of Observations Part 3. This is the final video in the series. Thank you for listening.